now to call upon the Institute for Human Rights to be followed by the delegation of Canada. Institute for Human Rights, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Chair. While discussing the critical issue of freedom of expression and safety of journalists, I would like to place a particular focus on the challenges faced by Azerbaijani women in the field. The repression of female activists has reached alarming levels. Women in Azerbaijan, especially those working as journalists, lawyers, human rights defenders, or engaged in political and social activism, face regular assaults, arbitrary detention, and violations of their privacy. Among imprisoned journalists, there are 3 women: Sevinch Vagivgezi, Nargis Absalamova, and Elnaro Kasimova. All of them are the members of independent media outlet Abzas Media. Since the beginning of 2023, there has been a sharp increase in illegal surveillance and breaches of private communication, with women being the primary targets. Many are blackmailed using personal information about their lives and are subjected to travel bans, among which is Khadija Ismailova, former imprisoned investigative journalist. Female activists in prison face threats and are often denied access to basic hygiene supplies and adequate medical care, putting their health and well-being at serious risks. Overall, based on our data, the number of political prisoners in Azerbaijan has risen to 300 individuals, including at least 30 journalists. The crackdown was marked by the arrest of Abzas Media core team members and continued with a series of closures of the only impartial media outlets and websites in Azerbaijan, such as Channel 13, Channel 11, Toplum TV, Hural TV, Sadat TV, Mejlis Info, Democratic Az, and others. The offices are raided and closed, while the leaders and key members arrested and are being held in the unfavorable conditions with a lack of medical care and access to legal support. In response to these conditions, as far as this form of protest, several imprisoned journalists and activists have begun hunger strikes, putting their health and lives at serious risks. Namely, Fazil Gasimov and Famir Halilov are among those who have taken this step to draw attention to the ongoing injustices in Azerbaijan. Additionally, journalists and their family members face economic threats, with instances of bank accounts being frozen. In relation to the most recent escalation, more than 10 families of targeted journalists who provided their first-hand testimonies had their personal bank accounts frozen, leaving them with no ability to sustain their livelihoods. The issue of political prisoners and restrictions of the freedom of expression and journalist safety will be addressed in further details at our side event tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. in the room Kravelsky. We strongly believe that OSCE community must respond to condemn this action and hold the Azerbaijani government accountable for its ongoing violation. It is essential for governments to speak out against the repression of journalists and demand the immediate release of all political prisoners. Moreover, global partners should enhance their support for human rights defenders and civil society organizations working on Azerbaijan in exile, as current conditions have forced many to relocate. I thank you.
Thank you for your